So the response of the angels was that قالوا, they said, أَتَجْعَلُ, will you make, will you place, فِيهَا, in it, meaning in this earth, are you going to place in this earth, man who, meaning a creation who will, يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا, he will create fasad in it. يُفْسِدُ, fasin dal, fasad. Are you going to place in the earth a creation who's going to create disorder? Who's going to spread corruption in it? وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاء, and he will shed blood in it. يَسْفِكُ, sin, fa, kaf, safaka. Safaka is to cause something to flow, to spill. But in particular, this word is used for causing bloodshed, killing. Because when bloodshed is caused, obviously the blood is flowing. Isn't it? When a person is killed, then blood flows out of their body, it's flowing. And the word ad-dima is the plural of the word dam. And dam means blood. And ad-dima, plural of blood. What does it mean by yasfiku dima? That he will shed the blood of many. He will kill many. He will cause a lot of blood to flow. He will cause a lot of bloodshed. This is what you're going to create. This is what you're going to place in the earth. Why did the angel say this? Why? Because scholars have said that the creation that existed before human beings on this planet caused a lot of bloodshed. They created a lot of fasad, killing one another, creating disorder. And remember, fasad is done how? By disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they disobeyed Allah. Because if you think about it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation, for example, the angels, are they obedient to Allah? Very obedient. The trees and the plants and the skies and the sun and the moon, all of this creation, are they obedient to Allah? Very obedient. But a creature that is given free will, that is given freedom of choice, are they able to disobey? Yes, they are able to disobey. So this human being who is going to have free will, if you leave him on this earth, he is going to cause bloodshed, do injustice on one another, and also going to disobey you. Then why would you place a creature like that on the earth? This is why the angels asked. And remember that the angels over here are not objecting. Okay? They are asking to know the wisdom behind why Allah would place human beings on this planet. You understand? They're not asking because they're objecting. They're asking because they want to know. They want to know the wisdom. And they continue that وَنَحْنُ, while we, نُسَبِّحُ, we glorify, بِحَمْدِكَ, with your praise, وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ, and we also sanctify you. In other words, we worship you. So, we already worship you. You do not need the worship of other creatures. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the way, does not need the worship of His creatures. So this is why the angels are wondering that we're already worshipping you. If the purpose of this human being is that he should worship you, well, we're already doing that. So why would you place human beings on this earth? نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ. نُسَبِّحُ. Any other word that you can think of? نُسَبِّحُ. Subhanallah. Tasbih. So tasbih, subhanallah, all of these words, nusabbihu, they are from the root letter sin, baha. And the word sabaha is to float or to travel a long distance. How? Through water or through air. When you move through water or through air, is your speed faster? If you go on a train, if you go on a plane, or if you go on a ship, what's faster? The plane or the ship, not the train? Now obviously they're coming up with different trains. And obviously for them also they have certain tracks. Nothing comes on them. They're not prevented by anything. They're not stopped. But anyway, air travel and sea travel, they're both faster. So sabaha is to travel through a long distance by air or by water. It signifies speed. This is why the word tasbih is used for worship. Prompt worship. Prompt obedience. Without any delay. When is a person able to worship Allah without any delay? For example, when do you say, Subhanallah? When? When your heart is overcome by feelings of respect and submissiveness before Allah and humility before Allah. So when a person is overcome by the feelings of obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then what happens? He obeys promptly, without any delay. The word tasbih is used for declaring the perfection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To distance from Allah imperfection, any imperfection. So you declare that Allah is perfect. He is above any deficiency, any weakness, any resemblance to any creation. He is the most perfect. You understand the word tasbih now?
وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال أعلم ما لا تعلمون